Ready.
Coming on 5 to camera 2.
This is you.
4, 3, 2, 1, cue anchors.
Millions of Americans are without health insurance, and that includes the vast majority of Maryland's 30,000 homeless. But today, many with a need had a chance to take advantage of some free services. Good evening, and welcome to Maryland Newsline. I'm Sarah Malino.
And I'm Amanda Deutsch. Thanks to Remote Area Medical, hundreds of Baltimore area residents are receiving some much-needed help. CNS TV's Haley DeBetta tells us that RAM has been trying to hold a free medical clinic in Baltimore since 2008. Today, 9 years later, that idea became a reality.
Stand by camera 3. Take camera 3.
As of the last hour, 640 patients have been checked into Remote Area Medical's Baltimore clinic. Tomorrow is day 2 of the clinic. The doors will open at 6 a.m. Hundreds more are expected to receive the medical treatment they desperately need before RAM shuts its doors tomorrow evening.
Take camera 1.
On the topic of affordable health care, changes to Maryland's health insurance program may be underway. That's because Donald Trump signed an executive order today calling for more affordability and more plans to choose from. This is the administration's latest step toward dismantling the Obama administration's Affordable Care Act, which is one of President Trump's major campaign promises. Supporters of the executive order say the move will lower premiums, but critics, including Maryland Senator Ben Cardin, say it will serve to reduce the quality of health care.
Take camera 3.
To our south, hundreds of thousands of Americans wait in need tonight. The hurricane season this year has already decimated parts of the United States with no end in sight. CNS TV's Natalie Grimm talked with local Red Cross officials today who told her many Marylanders have stepped forward to help others in this time of need.
Take PTR. Stand by camera 3. Take camera 3.
If you'd like to volunteer to help with the Red Cross disaster relief efforts, you can find out more at redcross.org/volunteer.
Take camera 1.
First responders treated 32 students for bee stings at Quince Orchard High School in Gaithersburg this morning. Students were crossing the street for school when they were overwhelmed by a swarm of bees from a hive across the street. 3 students were hospitalized. While no injuries were life-threatening, fire officials say some students did have allergic reactions.
Take camera 3.
Also being treated tonight, Marylanders who got sick because of a chili cookout gone wrong. 150 people from 8 states have tested positive for salmonella poisoning. All of the patients attended the Chincoteague Chili and Chowder Cook-Off in Virginia last month. The director of the Eastern Shore Health District said it's now not uncommon for it to take days or weeks to feel the effects of salmonella poisoning.
An update on the murder of Howard County teacher Laura Wallen. Wallen's boyfriend, Tyler Tessier, was indicted today on a single murder charge. Wallen, who was pregnant at the time of the murder, was found dead last month. She taught at Wildlife High School in Columbia. More hate bias graffiti and drawings have been discovered on the University of Maryland College campus, this time in a dining hall. CNS TV's Laura Perrott talked to students today about what this latest development means for the campus community.
PTR. Stand by camera 1. Take camera 1.
The university created a special task force earlier this semester to work on the issues of inclusion and racism. The task force will gather input from the community and submit a report of their findings, along with recommendations no later than next March.
Congressman Elijah Cummings has been one of Maryland's representatives for years. Now, his wife is entering the state's political arena. Maya Rockymore Cummings announced her bid for Maryland governor today. The 46-year-old business owner joins at least 9 other Democratic challengers for Governor Larry Hogan's seat. Hogan, a Republican, holds a 65% approval rating in the state, according to a recent Washington Post University of Maryland poll.
Coming up on Maryland Newsline, bad news for Maryland's medical marijuana industry. Why a court case may affect who grows and who goes.
Plus, farming, a business you may have thought was dying, and how this family keeps its tradition alive.
PTR. Stand by.
Stand by.
2.
I'm going to be anchor 2.
Take camera 2.
Welcome back to Maryland Newsline.
Stand by camera 3.
Tonight, there could be trouble for Maryland's budding medical marijuana industry. Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon, is on the hunt for a site to build a second headquarters for the company. Several local jurisdictions have indicated they'll be submitting proposals. CNS TV's Carly Kempler tells the Washington Council of Governments Board of Directors it's doing its part to bring Amazon to the area. Other interested cities include Dallas, Chicago, and San Diego. The deadline to submit proposals to Amazon is this Thursday.
A Baltimore judge has ruled that a trial should proceed on whether or not state regulators unlawfully granted certain companies licenses to grow medical cannabis in Maryland. Depending on the outcome of the trial, the court has the authority to order Maryland's Medical Cannabis Commission to act on the situation. When's the last time you drove by a farm? Farms seem to be disappearing, but across the region, they're really transforming with the times. CNS TV's Carly Kempler recently visited one family who's been working the land for more than 200 years. In addition to processing and selling their livestock, Clark Elioke Farm also features a petting zoo and hay rides. If you're interested in visiting, you can go to their website at clarklandfarm.com.
Wildfires in the aftermath of recent hurricanes are continuing to take a tremendous toll on life and property around the country, and now Maryland is stepping in to help. Maryland Red Cross officials say they've deployed over 150 volunteers from our area to help with hurricane relief and support with the California wildfires. California Governor Jerry Brown says while the federal government has promised assistance, he believes most resources are still being focused on hurricane recovery. Those California fires are being called the most destructive in California history. As part of an unusual plea agreement, a man who hung a noose outside of Crofton Middle School in Anne Arundel County has delivered a public apology. 19-year-old Connor Prout apologized for committing the hate crime at a caucus of African American leaders meeting Tuesday. Prout said he was not aware of the racial implications of the noose, but was sorry. He's been sentenced to 18 months of probation and 120 hours of community service.
The Baltimore Police Department is about to go under a new microscope. Today, a Baltimore judge assigned a prominent local attorney to oversee a new Baltimore Police Department reform. The Department of Justice issued a consent decree following Freddie Gray's death in police custody 2 years ago. Kenneth Thompson, a Baltimore native, will serve as the court's eyes and ears following reports of widespread misconduct and abuse in the city's police department. The city has already reported 266 homicides through September, the highest number in Baltimore history for the first 9 months of a year.
You might know it as the coolest small town in America. Now, a local Maryland town is up for another national award. CNS TV's Becca King recently visited the Eastern Shore to see just why people love Berlin. The winner of the Main Street Award will be announced and recognized at the Main Street Now conference in Kansas City in March.
That's Maryland Newsline for tonight. You can find out more about the stories presented here by going to our website, cnsmaryland.org. I'm Amanda Deutsch. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Sarah Malino. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Have a good night, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.